thanks to the supporters of channel member Delta Papa Juliet. Well, we managed to achieve our back-to-back promotions and now probably have the toughest transfer window of potentially the entire series ahead of us as we try and assemble a team that can stay in the top division in Thailand with less than half the budget of any other team in the league. We've only just gone professional, but we are going to be having a new ground soon-ish. Probably not while I'm at the club, to be honest. The fact that the announcement has, the board have, however, pointed out, this will not be a smooth process, blah, 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 blah. So it's all TBC. I suspect we're not going to be moving into this while I'm still at the club. Am I a legend? Can it be named after me? I'm only favoured personnel. Rubbish. So not only do we have almost no money compared to the rest of the league, we also have the smallest ground in the league by quite some way as well, I suspect. If we have a look at attendance, in fact, stadiums is a thing on here, isn't it? Yeah, stadiums. Ours is 1,400 capacity. Yeah, so we've got our stadium's a third of the size. There's a Thunderdome in this league. Can we play at the Thunderdome? We are so small compared to the rest of this league. We've only just gone professional. Our entire squad is currently semi-pro, so everyone's going to need new contracts. There's lots of players out of contract at the end of the season. We've only got 4 players tied down, and like I say, they're all part-time. It's going to be a difficult one. We've got no transfer budget, limited wage budget. I am tempted once again, as we like to do at this time every year, just to have a look to see what jobs are available. I don't want to just apply for really low-level stuff. I kind of want a top-flight job somewhere. We're in the top flight now. We want to stay in the top flight. Like them, are they going to get relegated or can we jump in there? No, they've been relegated, so we don't want that one. We don't particularly want to move to another club in Thailand either, but if we could... K-League, that's Korea, isn't it? Have they been relegated? Yeah. But they're a much bigger club. So maybe something like that. A club just relegated out of the K-League or the J-League, if there was a J-League team. How good are they? No, they're rubbish in J2. That's the kind of level I'm looking at, I think. Let's apply for that one. View job advert. Apply for job. I suspect I've got no chance of getting these jobs. And where's that J-League one? So they are mid-table in the J-League. That, I think, is something I can cope with as well. Whether they think I can cope with it is obviously a completely different situation. I don't think there's any of the rest of these that I'd be interested in leaving for. I mean, they are a bigger club, but we don't want to drop back down again. So let's see how we get on with those two. We've got some coaches straight away. Nope. Interview process is over. I suspect we're not going to get that one either. And we need to work out. I mean, let's have a... Right, Ratinho. Can we give Ratinho a new contract? He is now willing to discuss. He's on £275 a week part-time at the moment. If he's asking for like $2,000 a week now, I just need to resign on the spot because we've got no chance. Oh, what have I agreed to there? Brilliant. I mean, that's interesting. If we could genuinely get him on a 2-year contract at that kind of money, we might actually be in with a chance here, boys and girls. A 2-year deal on the same money he's on now. This might all be okay after all. Well, the contract got renewed. All is good. We now wait for the end of November, which is our end of June, and hope that we can sign a load of players on free transfers and all will be good. In the meantime, we've got our season review with a little trophy on there as well, which is always very nice to see. Signing of the season. I would say he wins that award twice. Ratinho, bringing him in was huge. He then lost his place when he got injured and Put Lane came in, but he'll have his place back now. And then re-signing him. Huge piece of business. Obviously we brought in quite a lot of high quality players last summer. That's how we were able to survive and thrive when we were supposed to get relegated. We just need to see if we can repeat the trick again this year. What a season. Lots of lovely moments to remember. Financially, it was a disaster because we didn't have the cup run this year. 0 prize money, 0 match day, commercial and retail. We sold literally 0 shirts. I don't know that I've ever seen that in Football Manager before. We made no money. apart from sponsorships, no money at all. Are we just letting the fans in for free? That's bananas. That's your team of the year. And there you go. Ratinho breaking lots of records, including Jardin's record from the season before, most league goals in a season by a player. Tosso is our oldest player ever, and that's a record he's likely to hold for a little while. And yeah, all in all, a jolly fine season. There's your all-time best 11. Should we see how Jardin's getting on? Look at the amount of money that boy makes. Can we try and bring him home? He's not had a very nice time back in Argentina. He needs to come back to Thailand where he knows we'll love him. I reckon he could slot into our system. It would be fine. We'd find a way to make it work. The sponsorship money has come in again and we're still in a financial disaster. But with Ratinho now setting the precedent for how much we can expect to spend on players, who knows, eh? Who knows? Give me the end of November and give me it now. Before we get to the end of the month, though, we have got some youngsters coming in. This is the equivalent of the Premier League youngsters released that we always do when we're in England. So we've got Thon Nukneen, who's got 2 stars of current ability and 5 stars of potential. We also have Pinyo Pimrat, likewise 2 stars current ability, 4.5 stars potential, and Panupong Sansawang, not quite so much potential. He plays on the left-hand side, but the first one of them looks like he's got decent potential. Don't expect any of them to be in the team anytime soon, but it depends how desperate we get, I guess. There you go. They get squad numbers, which means there's every chance they might play. Wow, okay. Actual cash money offers. We're on 100% retained transfer revenue as well. This is quite important. I am thinking we let Almeida go, because he was not all that, was he? I think we can do better. In fact, in the top flight, what are the rules around foreign players? 9 foreign players. We were allowed 8 in the league we were in, so we are allowed 1 extra one. Was it 8 or 6? In fact, it might have been 6. Either way, I think we can do better than him. He'd lost his place by the end of the season anyway. I think we try and push these up a little bit. Try and get as much as we can get. There you go, 60,000. Yes, please, we'll take 60,000. And that's quite a lot of money. That can all go straight back into that wage budget. So we've made it through to the 1st of December. We have made a permanent signing. Bunmack, our goalkeeper from last year, was out of contract and has now come in and joined us permanently. We have to pay him 3 times what we're giving to Ratinho, but a bunch of players have left the club. Almeida, not one of them, turned down the move, which is always fun when that happens. But we did get 40 grand for Junsoy, who'd been our goalkeeper the year before. So that was a nice little piece of business, and some free transfers going through that were scheduled to go through, which means our squad now looks like this. We've got 15 players, but 1 is about to leave. Kotstrupo, we're not going to give him a new contract. So it's actually 14 players, 2 of which are youngsters on non-contract who've just arrived. So we basically have a team, and we need to sign an entirely new team. If we look at who our best 11 would be as of right now, yeah, it definitely needs work. But it is the 1st of December, which is Thai 1st of July. We've got half of our wage budget available. Let's get some trialists in and hope we can find some absolute superstars. Oh, many transfers have happened. The most notable, Kitty's back again. 3rd season in a row. Kitty Sukprasert, who's getting better and better all the time, by the way. Now 4 stars of current ability. A very, very good defender, and is back for a 3rd loan spell. We had to pay for this one. We're also having to pay some of his salary, which we've never had to do before. But he is back. I think he'll be the only player to have played for us in all 3 divisions. So, and never join us permanently. There you go. There's a trivia question for you. And we've got someone whose name I should be able to pronounce. Harry Steele is an Australian midfielder who's not actually very good, but I can say his name, so we'll probably use him quite a lot. Hong Uk Hyun is a South Korean centre-back, 26 years old, 6'3", and you can't teach that, and he's pretty good. Never, I mean, he's not played a game in like 6 years, but other than that, he's pretty good. We have a Thai left back, Fol Wang, who also looks pretty good. I mean, he's never really played above the 3rd tier, but he'll be our starting left back. It'll be fine. We have a New Zealand striker slash left winger, Luke Supik, who we're going to train to play on the right-hand side, because we don't really have many options on the right-hand side, but he's another one whose name I should be able to say. And then on the left, we've got Patarapong Thongon. I just really want to bring him on the bench to be able to say we've got Thongon every time we bring Thongon on. But he comes in on loan for the season. And then we have another defender, Sitisak Juheng Manpati, who is a little defender to go with the big defenders we've got currently. That means we are closing in on maxing out on our budget. We're not quite there. There's still a few positions we need to strengthen. The right-hand side is looking pretty weak. We've turned down an offer of £130,000 from Navy FC for Sayedi. We actually might end up selling him because as we bring more and more defenders in, he falls down the pecking order. If we can get that up to like 200,000, it does start to become very tempting to let him go because obviously any money that we bring in for him will be able to put straight back into wage budget. But we need a backup keeper. We need a right back. We don't have one at all, and we only have one right winger. We've brought up the youngsters that are good enough already. So the priority is the right-hand side and a backup goalkeeper. There's still plenty of time before the season begins. I don't think it starts until February. It's only mid-December. So we are just going to take it easy now and see what else appears. No more rushing for players. We've already, I mean, some of these salaries I'm paying on players who aren't good enough. I got excited and I regret them both already. Well, that's going to help a little bit with the money situation that we've got at the club. The season has ticked over. Should we see what the media think of us? Yeah, we're going to finish rock bottom. How far do you have to scroll to get to our best player? It's Thongon as well. Ratinho is in there. I mean, Ratinho is the worst best player in the entire league. This does not bode well, does it? We have made a couple more signings. Thongon, I think you'd already met. Manpati, I think you'd already met. So Macme is a defensive midfielder. He's come in as well. There's a few players who've left on loan. Wangin's gone out on loan. A few others have attempted to. We're currently trying to loan out Wani Yompong, who's not ready for first team football yet. We accepted an offer of $175,000 for Sayedi from Navy FC in the end, and he turned down the move. So he wants to stay here with us. And at 6'5", I wasn't going to push him too hard, but we've just had a bunch of promotion wage rises go through, which is problematic because that's now put us way over wage budget, which means we are now very much in a situation where we're going to have to sell in order to do anything. And the team's not close to good enough. And we need someone to take Hasegawa because I think we've got too many foreign players. Yeah, we can't fit Hasegawa into the squad. Almeida is leaving. He's got a transfer arranged to go to San Jose. So I think we're getting like 30,000 for him. But Hasegawa's got to leave as well because he is not going to be able to fit into the squad. I think we'll just move him down to the reserve squad so that I forget he exists and he can become somebody else's problem down there. That might be it for transfers because we've got no more money. What I might do is just have another quick look at the old job situation. Right, Nagoya Grampus, we apply for that definitely. K-League 2, is that the team from before? I feel like they're the team we applied for before and they weren't interested. Yeah, we can't apply for that one. To J1 League, is that the top league? Shimizu S-Pulse, that's who I won the Asian Champions League with on my last Pentagon. So I suspect we won't get that job, but we'll apply for it. Is that the top league in China? I don't know. No. We only want top division jobs for now. We might become a little less fussy if we start the season really, really badly. Moroccan lower leagues, Egyptian third division. I feel like a lot of these aren't necessarily the progress that we'd be looking for. So, of course, the next thing that happened is we had a player mutiny about goalkeepers. So we've had to bring in another goalkeeper. We have a goalkeeper called Ouchie. I don't see how that can possibly go wrong. So Issei Auchi is in as our new goalkeeper. And in order to pay for him, we've sold Almeida. We've only got, up to 30,000 for him in the end. It's a lot less than I thought we were going to get. We must remember when we accept offers for players, immediately transfer list them or they just won't leave. Hasegawa has gone back to Japan as well. And we also sold Guangdiok, who we brought in last year, and he lost his place, ended up in the reserves, and to get 30k for him seems like some good business. By the way, I have no idea how clubs in the division below are paying £30,000 for players when we're in this financial mess. We're still just over our wage budget despite this wheeler dealing. And we've had to move Seung-Yu down to the reserves because we couldn't fit him into the squad because we brought in Auchi. So the transfer window is closed. We've only got a 20-man squad. And I am concerned. I'm not sure how this season is going to go. We start things off with a game against Sukhothai, who came up with us last season. If we don't beat them, I might just resign on the spot. This is what the team is looking like for that game. We can't even fill the bench. Pizzo is the only right winger we've got at the club, and he's injured. So we're going to have to play a kid on the right-hand side. Yeah, we don't have a right back, so see Eddie's going to play there. It's going to be a long, hard season. We are very much going to be keeping an eye on the job centre. I've got 2 promotions under my belt now, so we are going to be keeping a very close eye. I might go manage Burkina Faso. Let's go jump into international football. That might give me the reputation boost that I need to... there's a club called Genius. They sound right up my street. The Genius Sporting Club. They're in the 4th tier in Egypt. We'd get that job. We probably shouldn't apply for that job, but yeah, I think this is going to be a tough one. Maybe we start looking at jobs in the 2nd tier of Japan. I mean, the 2nd tier of Japan is probably still a step up, isn't it? That's the 9th best league in the world. The Thai league that we're now in is the 8th best league in the world. So actually, the 2nd tier of Japan is not a bad level at all. Oh no, I've declared interest. I meant to just apply for it. Oh dear. I'm not considered to have any chance of getting it. Well, that's upset the fans here, the board here, and hasn't done me any good at all. So we're not going to walk into a 2nd tier Japan job. Okay. Maybe Australia? Melbourne Victory? What star rating are they? 2.5. We're not going to get these jobs. I'll apply for it. I don't expect to get it. I guess we'll find out tomorrow how this season might be going. Is that what league is that in South Africa? That's the 2nd tier of South Africa. That's not a bad level. Can we get back to that club? Apparently not. Where were they? South Africa. The Mthatha Bucks. I can't even say their nickname. We can't apply for it. I don't understand. Never mind, eh? If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.